everybody, coming to you live. Oh, the lighting is really bad here. I didn't set up my lights or anything like that. It's just a quick impromptu live stream because I'm nervous. I'm nervous about uh, what's happening here in the tropics or in the subtropics with the tropical storm. It's about to hit Pelicamp pretty pretty severely here. And let me zoom in here a little bit. If you look at the map, there's Perry, Florida, and Pelicamp is kind of directly south of it, and this nasty band is about to hit it. So I wanted to do a quick 65 concurrent viewers. I don't see a chat, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, see, I see a chat now. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is a very impromptu live stream that I'm going to be doing here, tracking the storm because it is likely that it is going to hit Pelicamp. It looks like in a few minutes we're going to have a landfall right there at the town of Steinhatchee. And Steinhatchee is right here where the mouse is right now. Steinhatchee is about half an hour drive from Pelicamp, and Pelicamp is around here-ish. So yeah, we're monitoring the weather as Hurricane Elsa, and here right to my left in your screens, that's a live feed from Pelicamp. So we're monitoring, and I mean hoping for the best, but there's nothing we can do really. There's nothing we can do, and I'm trying to get I did this very impromptu, so I want to show the comments window here, so I can select some of your comments. Volume low. Thank you for pointing that out. That's probably because the audio is coming through this microphone. Let me change that because let me come here. Volume low, volume low. Where's my volume controls here? Of course, yes. That's what happens when you do these things in a rush. Oh, the volume is gonna be a little louder. The volume is gonna be a little louder, but you might hear a little background noise. Sorry about that. The volume. Sometimes when you do these live streams impromptu like that. Yeah, Carlos, better volume now. Thank you so much. And of course, I am not anywhere near the storm. I'm personally in Miami, Florida, but I am. That's what it looks like at Pelicamp right now, and I'm kind of nervous because that shed that you see back there, I forgot to anchor it, and and I'm sorry the camera is going out of focus back and forth. It's just I have another webcam focusing on an iPad, and apparently the webcam doesn't like to be so close to the subject. Maybe if I put it a little farther away, it'll take care of that. But yeah, that's a live feed from Pelicamp right now. As we're getting some rain and a little bit of wind, as you can see, the tops of the trees are moving around a little bit, and I'm gonna be transmitting from Pelicamp as long as I have as long as I have as long as we have power up there and internet. And you have family in the path, don't you? Hope everyone stays safe. No, I have friends in the path. I don't know. I haven't spoken to the average campers, to Rob and Trish. I should text them. I'm hoping everything is fine. It's gonna get nasty in a few minutes up there. Hopefully, as you can see, if I can show you here my radar, there's this nasty band here, which maybe it'll miss Pelicamp. Pelicamp is around here-ish, so it's going north, and it might hit us. It's probably really nasty right now in the town of Steinhatchee. which is it's kind of like besides Perry is the largest town close to us. You know, they have the nice marina, they have a very nice restaurant, a couple of but and I'm sorry I look a little yellowish. I didn't actually. Maybe I should put up my nice light. Let's see if that's better. Yeah, now I look more my natural color. I had my work lights. Hey, Lisa, are you up there? Are you up there in Landfall? Some prayers for our properties. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be catastrophic. I mean, it's 55 miles an hour with gust of 65, and we are not right there in that eye wall. We're almost there. And this is kind of uh, Carol Holman. You look marvelous. Thank you, thank you. And hey, Lucky Duck Productions moderator, how are you all doing this morning? And I'm doing fine. I'm kind of worried for and unfortunately the front camera at Pelicamp is not working. Only the rear camera. The front camera is the one looking at Minitini I, which which would be nice to see. I'm gonna try to pull it up here on my phone, see if it's back. The front camera was down earlier, so hey, front camera is up. I think getting video data, and it stays there getting video data. So it does have power, but it is not transmitting for some reason. It's probably recording. And Minitini one is what worries me the most because there are trees next to it, and I don't think 55-mile-an-hour winds are gonna topple the trailer, but 55-mile-an-hour winds could potentially down some trees, and then that would be bad. That would be bad. But let me show you. This is the rear camera. Right now, it looks like the calm between the storm is raining a little bit. I'm also worried about that shed that I put up because I forgot to anchor it. So that could be worrisome if we get a big gust. The good thing is I have a lot of trees around the property, so you never get like strong winds in there in that courtyard. So let me get to some of your comments here. Some of the chat. Uh, Mrs. Chris World, hello. Hello, Mrs. Chris World. Traveling grandparents, Joe and Tina, praying for all in the path. Stay safe, y'all. From Joe, Tina, here in Sprague River, Oregon. Well, we have Natalie Driscoll from down under, where it is a totally different season. It's winter down there. Mark Anthony Sebukima, we watch you all the way here in Rwanda, East Africa. Glad to see you all doing well. Oh, thank you, Rwanda. I actually live in Dunedin, Florida. Dunedin is kind of it was in the path. Right now, I don't know. Let me see if I can find Dunedin here in the map. It's somewhere around here. There you go. Dunedin, not Dunedin. Never mind. I confused Dunedin with Dunedin. Dunedin, you probably got some rain and stuff like that. Yeah, I got confused with Dunedin, which is it's pretty nasty right now in Dunedin. As you can see, it's probably raining pretty hard with pretty hard gusts. So my camper is under tree, also cradled, as you know. Well, hopefully nothing happens to your camper, Lisa. And I'm monitoring. I mean, it's bound to get pretty nasty here in the next half hour or so. So that's why I decided to do the live stream and monitor it and keep the record. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna get nasty around Pelicamp. Probably within the next half an hour for sure. Uh, Happy birthday tomorrow, Robert. Yes, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. And buenos dias, Luis Perez. And the RV DJ, good morning. It's a little early for an IPA, but here we are monitoring the weather in the eastern panhandle of Florida, in Pelicamp. And right there, I should text the average campers. Um, I'm just gonna hope everything goes well in, let's call it YouTubers Road. YouTubers Row is what we call it because there's like four of us now in that area. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully they'll give us a report. They'll give us a report uh, about what's going on up there. Uh, Robert, greetings from Harwick, UK. Stay safe and spend your time producing your backlog of videos. Uh, well, that's what I've been doing. I have two. It's been complicated, but I have two videos. I'm working ahead, and then I have the. I'm still about a month behind with the videos, but by the time I get to Indiana, we're gonna be pretty much caught up. Thinking of yourself, praying for Florida. Thank you so much, Steve Loy. Hello there. Are you in Savannah right now? Happy birthday! Thank you. And Lucky Dog, we have only a very little bit of rain and wind here in Daytona Beach. We're getting some of the backside of the storm. Uh, yeah, we had some of that yesterday. Yesterday we had a very a. Let me see how it looks. Yeah, Daytona. You're getting into some of those outer bands here right now. Yeah, let me see if I can show them on screen because I have this window zoomed in. Yeah, I see Daytona is getting some of those, on and off little storms that we get with hurricanes. But right now, that's a live satellite view, the latest image at 9:04 a.m. So yeah, it's very much live, and it's very nasty in Stinghatchee right now, as we can probably tell by the satellite image. And Pelican looks pretty quiet. It's like the calm between the storm. It's gonna get progressively worse, I'm sure. And of course, I think I'm clicking on my screen, but I'm not. Oh man, live television, the joys of live television. Let me read some of the. Hey, Apple and Rob evacuated to Mariana. Well, I'm monitoring. Captain's Hideaway for you, and I think Pelican camera froze. No, it's back. It's back. It's uh, it's just not going like full speed. Um, uh, Average campers, we are staying and all good. Let us know if you need anything. Sing on cam of your property. Thank you. Yeah, I was telling you it's gonna get nasty in a few minutes, and that's a report from the average campers. And if something happens, they might. You see, we're starting to see some rain there in Pelicamp, which by the way, I have some grass growing already in the middle of the what I used to call it the batey. It's that big courtyard in the middle, and yeah, that rain is probably this little yellow thing here. That might be the rain that you are seeing on the camera right now. Volume is too low. Is the volume too low? Really? Let me read some of your comments here. Uh, Thank God you not do not live near a beach. Well, I here in Miami, no, but Pelicamp is just a mile away, more or less a mile away from the coast, and I'm kind of worried for our friends Seth and Audrey because their property is kind of in a low-lying area. It's the lowest lying of all our properties. You know, we have some friends in the same block, the average campers, Seth and Audrey, and of course the Apple and Rob of the Captain's Hideaway campground, and they evacuated. Um, I mean, this is not gonna be a bad life-threatening event. It doesn't look like it. It's just a tropical storm right on the borderline of a hurricane. So we're gonna lose power at some point. That's almost guaranteed. We're gonna get some downed trees, but I mean, we've been through a few of these, and it's just a little, just a tad over a bad August thunderstorm that we usually have in August. Stay safe, Robert. I know you're equipped with backup power, living spaces. Did you anchor down Minitini at Pelicamp? No, I'm actually down in Miami. I I'm just monitoring there and crossing fingers and hoping for the best. Well, you know what I didn't anchor is that shed back there. I mean, let me see if I can get this camera to focus now. That shed back there, I did not anchor. I forgot to anchor it, or I was just lazy and didn't anchor it, and that might be a problem. Minitini is not anchored. I doubt a 55-mile-an-hour wind is gonna topple Minitini. That is unlikely. But my biggest concern about Minitini is all these large trees that I have, and I have a couple of large trees next to it, and this the ground is all sand out there, so. We got a lot of rain here in Naples yesterday, some rain today as well. Praying it all goes well at Pelicamp. Well, I'm monitoring. So the RV DJ, hey Robert, happy birthday from Puerto Rico. Thank you so much, Puerto Rico. My birthday coming up. Actually, it is my birthday already in Australia. So thank you, Natalie Driscoll and Small World. I'm actually near. What a lovely part of the world this is. Oh, Karen Gonzalez. Where's Karen Gonzalez? Pelican Heads. Um, is it a hurricane or a tropical storm? It's just a tropical storm at this point. A strong one at that. I think that the winds are peaking at. Let me see. I have another window here with the 8 a.m. advisory, and the 8 a.m. advisory says maximum winds 55 miles per hour, gusts 65. Moving north at 12 miles per hour, and my hope is that north becomes a little northeast. So it's. I'm sorry for the people. Stinghatchie's just got a very bad band, and Pelicamp is about to get it probably in a few minutes, but not as bad. Come on, it's a tropical storm. Put your big book. Yeah, it's not gonna be a life changing. I don't think so. I mean, you never know. If you have a boat docked in Stinghatchee, you may get damaged, that kind of thing. But it's not a catastrophic event like a full blown Category 5. It's not gonna be that. There's gonna be damage. We're gonna lose power at some point. But hey, everybody, say hello to my mom. My mom is here. I am here monitoring Elsa Hurricane. Love, mom. Thank you, mom. And here in Miami, we just had a little bit of a wind yesterday, but no, nothing like that. Nothing bad. People keep saying it's not a hurricane. Did I say hurricane? No, tracking Elsa landfall. So it's not. I should have specified a tropical storm. But so it's Robert in Northwest Florida. No, I'm in Miami. I'm back in Miami monitoring the storm. CLT. Hey, Robert Holpole. We'll be fine in Perry. If you need my help, anything, let me know. Thank you, Alex, and I appreciate it. I mean, yeah, and Irma of 2017 was so much worse. Well, yeah, Irma was a I don't forget what category it was. I think it was a Category 5 that made landfall there in the lower Keys, and that was bad. This is just we might get some damage, some down trees, but I don't think it's it doesn't look like it's going to be a catastrophic event. Like Alex says, you should be fine. Don't worry too much. I'm not too worried. I'm just monitoring this morning, and I'm kind of a hurricane enthusiast in that sense. I like to track him, and I probably got that from my mom. I'm glad we went to Key West and Dry Tortugas when we did last month. Yeah, it did. It passed really close to Dry Tortugas. CLT, I passed by there yesterday. I should have hooked Minitini up. There you go. Actually, the front camera is down. I don't know why. So the front camera is down. Let me see if I can pull it up. And that's the one that it's monitoring Minitini I. Oh, the front camera is back up. Let's get the front camera. Actually, it's wet, but it's working. It is wet, but it's working. That's the front camera right there. And that white blurb you see on the right, that's Minitini. It's still there. So there we go. Now we have two camera shoots from Pelicamp. Don't you love technology? Adam Buser, how strong can RVs handle wind? I don't know. It depends on the RV, I guess. I mean, 55 mile an hour wind is not that uncommon. So, and I think once you get into the Category 2 hurricane, and it depends where it hits it. When I was in Iowa, that derecho storm had winds upwards of 80 miles per hour, but I parked the RV facing the storm. So had I been sideways, it might have toppled it. But since I parked facing it, the aerodynamics of the trailer work in your favor in that sense. Remming Passion, good morning, Robert from the Philippines. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Hope Minitini will be okay. I hope so too. I really hope so too. And as you can see, it's raining. It's not raining very hard, but it is raining. Is Minitini there? Yes, it is. As I showed in the front camera. The front camera comes on and off, so I don't know what's going on. Did you pick up your hurricane checklist at Home Depot, Robert? It's a Florida tradition. I didn't, but it is a tradition, right? Keegan Mills, it's coming right from my area. I'm excited. Well, when I was a kid, especially if it was a storm like this, we would get excited because that would mean no school, and something different. But once they get into the Category 1 or 2 range, you start getting worried. So, 50 minutes to your birthday here in Australia. So happy birthday, Robert. Thank you. So it's gonna be midnight in Australia, July 8th. Hey Robert, I'm camping in Florida now after driving almost 4,000 miles from the west, heading back to New York on Saturday. Good morning from Macomb County, Tennessee. Wish you all safety. Gaston, all the way from Sri Lanka. I should do my live streams this early in the morning. I get a lot of you guys from the other side of the world, and here we are monitoring. Let me zoom in here on the radar map, and I just froze for some reason, maybe because it's gathering more resolution. And it looks like landfall is happening right now around Horseshoe Beach. This is Steinhatchee right here, Snastin Steinhatchee right now, but it looks like our area Perry might be dodging a bullet. It looks like it's kind of going in the northeast direction. I mean, these things wobble all the time, but it looks like the worst part of the storm might be just east of Pelicamp. Let me read some of your comments here. I'm happy we don't get that kind of weather here. Well, you guys get snow, which it's fun too, right? Hello, Christopher Olson from Sweden. Michelle K. Pelicamp looks amazing. You have done an outstanding job. Thank you so much. I'm very happy the way it came out. There's just a couple of kinks that I need to work on, a couple of glitches, let's put them that way. Like the driveway in the back, it's a little tight, that kind of thing. That I just didn't want to cut any more trees. I'm glad you're okay. We love your Minitini. Stay safe. Thank you, Natalie. And Christopher Herbert, hola Roberto, ¿cómo estás? Saludos desde Utah. Siempre miro tiempo sus videos. Thank you, gracias Herbert. And we have a super chat from the RV Monster. Thank you, super chat. Hey Robert, happy birthday. We had gusts of 40 and lots of rain, but most rough weather is past Lakeland. Hopefully everyone is safe. And it looks like Perry might dodge this bullet. Let me zoom out here so we can see the map on the screen here. And Perry is right here, which is the main town. Pelicamp is around here-ish. So we're right there. I mean, right there on the edge of the bad part of the storm. What can you do? Let me see some of your the other comments here in the live stream. Traveling Robert is like fine wine, but gets better and better with age. Thank you. Hello and good morning, Robert. Hope you don't have any issue today. We on the West Coast are preparing for 100 degrees for the next 5 days. So that heat wave keeps coming and coming. I remember when I was there last August that it didn't get past 60 most days. Steve Muse, we have property in that area also. Hopefully, we'll be okay. Wishing you the best. Thank you. And Rose Hernandez, Robert, hope all goes well for you and your family. Happy early birthday. God bless. Thank you. Mark Anthony Subukima, hope the drainage will manage the rain flows. We've done road work. I think it's gonna be good. It's all sand, so even if it floods a little bit, the ground sucks it like really quick. I got back home from Arizona from our 5 month cross country trip in our 2108 DS. After this awesome trip, we're itching to sell our home in Arizona and go full time. So many ways to make money on the road. Absolutely, and that 2108, I'm psyched, man. In about a week, actually, it's gonna be, yeah, exactly a week from today. I'm picking up my 2108 if all goes well. Lisa and Al de la Fe. Hey Robert, hope all is well from fellow Florida. We will survive. Yes, first I was afraid, I was petrified. What wind speeds are you expecting? Greetings from Germany. Sustained winds right next to the eye are 55 miles an hour, which is just under 100 kilometers per hour. So it shouldn't be. Yeah, looks like landfall is happening right now in Steinhatchee, Florida, or somewhere, or Horseshoe Beach right there. But I'm not monitoring the news. I'm just going by what I see here on the radar and by my experience with past hurricanes. So thank you, Nugjug, for that happy birthday. 88% of U.S. deaths from hurricanes are from water, not wind. Well, yeah, that's the thing. That storm surge. I think the storm surge over there is from 1 to 3 feet, which will affect some of the coastal properties. But for example, in Keaton Beach, which is very close to Pelicamp, in Keaton Beach, all the houses are on stilts as high as this ceiling here, at least. So you would have to have like a 8 foot storm surge to. You're a survivor. You made it through the Cedar Rapids Derecho 145-hour winds for 55 minutes straight. Yeah, and Minitini II survived it, so yeah. Keegan Mills. I'm 14 years old and I have only heard my name a handful of times. Just cloudy here in Melbourne. Yeah, the east coast of Florida definitely dodged this bullet. Runaway Lives 360. First reply to your live feeds, but I have been subscriber and a fan for a while. Well, thank you for being here. And this is not one of my regular live streams, but I figured since the hurricane is coming and it's kind of like an interesting a weather event, let's call it a weather event. And I'm a little bit of a, if you will, a hurricane enthusiast. Let me zoom in here a little more. Not enthusiast in the way that I like the damage, but I like the meteorology of it and all the forces that since I've lived in Hurricane Alley for pretty much all my life, you know. What cities will be impacted by this storm? Well, right now it doesn't look like any big cities. I don't know exactly what the cone looks like. Let me pull up the cone here real quick. Hold on. This is gonna look. Can I? Yeah. I wonder if I can. Hold on. So I just wanna. Yeah. I'll just make it float here. That's what the cone looks like right now, as of the 8 a.m. advisory. So and it's really gonna deteriorate. I mean, weaken as it goes inland, but yeah, it's gonna do all the Carolinas. It's just gonna be a lot of rain in this whole area, and right now the cone of uncertainty it's very wide here as it enters Florida. And this is Stinghatchee right here, which seems like the exact point where it's going to make landfall. Which you see, this should be Stinghatchee Gina, and Stinghatchee here on the left hand side, and this just froze for some reason. Yeah, let me bring this window back down to my main browser window here. And that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Alan, thanks Robert for streaming this morning. Let me see if this camera focuses on Pelicamp back there. I'm an American Red Cross disaster response volunteer. Wishing you the best. Anyone in the path this week. Thank you for that, Alan. And yeah, there you go. It's focused, and as you can see, there's not a whole lot of wind in Pelicamp right now, and that's the thing with these hurricanes, not hurricane, even tropical storms. Whenever you get one of those yellow bands next to you, and whenever you're really close to the eye of the storm, you'll get the high wind. But look at us. We are look at us. We are right here. We're just to the. This is Perry. Pelicamp is right around here. We are just to the left, to the northwest of that eye wall, and we're getting hardly nothing at Pelicamp. So it's very the high winds are very concentrated in that eye of the storm. And what am I doing here? Let me read some of your comments here. Florida and Philippines are almost same weather. We're used to very strong tropical storms and typhoons like Typhoon Haiyan. And by the way, the storm went very close to Havana yesterday, and apparently there's been hardly any damage in Havana. We spoke to our family there, and power didn't even go out. So that's a good thing for the people in Cuba. Yeah, let's do this. That's better right there. And it looks like it's making landfall right now. I mean, if you look at this center of circulation here, that would be the eye, and that's Horseshoe Beach right there. So it's happening right now, and hopefully those people in those coastal areas, they evacuated or they have a strong house with on stilts. But again, I don't think the storm surge from this was too high. Was going to be too high. Thanks for being part of the American Red Cross disaster home team. Yes, absolutely. Andre Morrow, hi Robert, hope all is well and you are staying safe. You should go on Univision again like you did a year ago. It was awesome. Please go to New Mexico. Yeah, I was at that. Oh, and yeah, we lost the signal there briefly. In that report that they did, at the beginning of the pandemic, a lot of people were buying RVs, and I went on Univision, and then I went on the local WLTV 23 here, which is the Univision affiliate. They how is the weather near Venice, Florida? I have a girlfriend who lives near there. Venice, Florida should be fine by now. They probably got some rain earlier, but and maybe some gusts of 40, 50 miles an hour. Actually, let me look at the weather report from Perry right now and show you what kind of gusts of wind they're getting, what kind of wind. And it doesn't look like it is okay, right now I have my GPS. Oh, I can't find Perry. The map is I'm using the My Radar app. Here we go, Perry, Florida, which it's starting to rain harder there right now. In Perry, Florida, reported right now winds of about 23 miles per hour, and it's not supposed to get any higher than 33 according to the and I just got a text that I cannot see very well, but thank you. Remy is texting me, our friend, the gentleman who's doing the website, who's developing the website. What a pleasant surprise to have Robert live stream on this weather event. Stay safe and happy birthday. Thank you. I was wondering, Robert, are you going to sell Minitini? Not for now. I don't think I'm gonna sell it. I think I'm gonna keep it there permanently in Pelicamp if it survives the storm. That is, which I mean, I'm not too worried, but anything could happen. A tree could fall on top of it. That would be the worst of it. And I'm gonna be there this weekend to assess the situation. Stay safe, thank you. And Luis Medina, que vola, Roberto, que vola. That would be the typical Cuban salutation. A friend lives in Venice area and they got a little damage and flooded a bit. Yeah, I imagine in coastal areas, if you're right on the water. Lucky Dog Productions moderator. Hello, Sue. It's much more fun and interesting watching your live stream of the storm than watching the local news. You're giving us a unique perspective. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I wish I'd be that guy. You know, the guy with the microphone in the middle of the storm. You know, with you know, you've seen him, right? The guy in the middle of the storm with the rain and hello, everybody, here we are. The storm is coming. Oh my god! You've seen that video, and you know, and oh my gosh, what happened here? I wonder why the camera keeps losing focus here. You know, that's the one thing with this camera that I got at Pelicamp. It doesn't directly stream. I can't wait for Windows 11 because in Windows 11 I'm gonna be able to run this Android app, or whenever I get a new Mac, I'm gonna be able to run an iOS app in the computer, and I'll be able to show you that live. And Max, toy trains. I'm thinking Pelicams will be fine. You will be on the west side. There are seldom seas hurricanes even in Florida, and also the west side of the hurricane, the east side of the hurricane, at least at these latitudes, is the dirty one. It's the one that gets the strongest winds, and as you can see from the image there, that eastern, the right side of the storm up here, that's the side with all the rain. The side of the storm that is in the ocean. I mean, also because it is farther away from the radar, so the radar doesn't capture it as much. But still, usually that side of the hurricane is the less dangerous side. Let me zoom out here so we can get a perspective of where this storm is, and the whole area that is affecting here in the state of Florida. Let me just, yeah, I can't see very well. Videos on Android look kind of yeah. In any case, Carlos Izquierdo, thank you for that super chat. Happy birthday, Robert. Cheers, cheers. Thank you for being here. You should patent your picadillo recipe. Oh, I made one yesterday. No, the day before yesterday that came out awesome. Yesterday I made some Cuban style red kidney beans, which came out pretty good too. Uh, so yeah, that's a look right there at the satellite image, and of course this is where it was at 8 a.m. and it's as you can see, it's taken Elsa at 8 a.m. 65 miles per hour, gusts of 75, and it looks from this picture that it's taken a more eastern route, which is good for Pelicamp. Had it continued straight north, it would have hit Pelicamp right across the middle. So for us, it's good that yeah, it's raining pretty hard right now at Pelicamp, as you can see, and there's a little bit of wind, and you can tell by the top of the trees. Usually, we don't get wind at the ground level, very little, just because we have so many trees around, and luckily we haven't lost internet, we haven't lost power, so that's a live video right now from Pelicamp, and I could just let me show you a full screen of Pelicamp right there, and as you can see, it's some I see some green here in the middle, so some grass has been growing, and yeah, and here's that image from. Oh, look at that! I could do that and just show you I'm learning here as I go, with this live. My mom says, and that's true. My son is like his parents, cicloneros, and yeah, cicloneros will be like a cyclone enthusiast in that sense that we like the meteorology of it. And when it wasn't a bad storm, I remember, you know, pretty much going out right after the storm, just to see what was going on. Space Coast, Florida, light rain and light winds. Yeah, the Space Coast is, you got some bands there in Palm Coast, but the Space Coast is farther south. So right now, there, in the first coast, you might be getting a little bit of a nasty weather, but that's it. I'm new to RVing. Does anyone have any recommendations on good books to help with the learning curve? Actually, I'm gonna give him a plug if I can find it. They sent me this one yesterday, and it's by Mark and Julie from RV Love. They just released this new book. It's called RV Hacks. So I'm gonna give him a plug for the book. They sent it to me, and I'm gonna be reading it. But it looks, a lot of, you know, RV hacks for mostly for newbies and even for seasoned RVers. A lot of stuff on how to winterize. I think it's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna read it, and I'm gonna have them in the podcast probably in a few days here. Hello from Fernandina Beach. We hope your Pelicamp is not damaged. It is just starting to get windy here. No rain yet. We are right on the edge of the storm. Happy birthday. Yeah, and Fernandina is just northeast of Jacksonville here. And yeah, it doesn't look like Fernand. You're gonna get these bands that are going up there, but probably not a whole. Yeah, you see, Fernandina is here. Now, Pelicamp, let's zoom in on the Perry area, and yeah, Pelicamp is just on the edge of this really nasty weather. Hopefully, this orange part that is right now at the Big Bend Wildlife Management Area, it's yeah, it's Stinghatchee is getting the most of it. Stinghatchee is like getting most of the bad stuff right now, which is it's Stinghatchee is a nice town. But yeah, it's definitely it's like it's like it almost feels like the coast is pulling it. It's interesting in that sense. The Hurricane Center has a sense of humor. We have Anna and Elsa this year. There you go. Amaranto Cabrera, good morning, Robert. Surprise live chat so early. It's Pelicamp in the path of Ilsa. Hope everything is well at your Pelicamp. We are in the path of Ilsa. It's just I think we're just gonna dodge the bullet. It's Ilsa is making landfall right now. I think what it looks like near Stinhatchee, which is about half an hour from us. Marco Canerva, hi Robert. Have you checked Freser? They have a 12-volt AC. Do you think it will be good for an RV? If you plan to boondock, a 12-volt AC, and I didn't know they could make a 12-volt AC, but apparently they can. And the thing with 12 volt, you don't need that conversion because whenever you are inverting power from the battery, converting it into AC, there's some loss of power there. So if you want to use it while boondocking with battery power, if you have a large bank of lithium batteries, 12-volt AC would definitely be the way to go. Dudes78, thank you for that super chat. Happy birthday, Robert. Hope you enjoy the IPAs on Aussie Snacks. My wife, Natalie Driscoll. Oh, now, of course. Sent you. Thanks for the entertainment. Come to Australia. Absolutely. Whenever it's okay to travel internationally, which is it's probably going to be either next year or the year after that I'm going to make it to Australia. But it's definitely on the short list. Yeah, it looks like it's raining pretty hard in Pelicamp right now, as you can see there. And let me center this a little better here, right? Ooh, yeah. I just have a camera on an iPad screen. Unfortunately, there's no way to stream directly from that camera to the computer. Not yet, anyway. So thank you for that super chat, Duds78 and Game Runner. Thank you for that super sticker. Thank you so much. Robert birthday is Friday. Perfect time for the Friday chat. And the Friday chat is probably gonna be from Pelicamp. I mean, if we have power, if we, it all depends. But I'm going up there this weekend and really looking forward to the next upload. Phoenix, Arizona. Next upload is gonna be Sedona, actually. Awesome. Thanks for the recommendations. You're welcome. Max, didn't even think of that. Of course, he'll do a stream then, I think. By the way, my birthday's on Thursday, not Friday. But I'm gonna be celebrating the whole half of the month. I'm gonna be celebrating until I get Minitini III. Carlos is here. Okay, Marina Laxton to Carlos is here. I'm wondering if there will be an Olaf because he really wanted to be able to have a summer. We should check that out because they should have published already the list of all the names for this year. And if we get to O, and lately we've been getting pretty high in the alphabet, so I'm on the coast south of Jacksonville. Very light wind and sprinkles. Yeah, that's what it looks like in Jacksonville. I mean, you're gonna get some of those outer bands like we did yesterday in Miami. Well, it was nasty for a couple hours, and then yeah, it's I think it's still overcast out there, but we're gonna be in Edgewater, Daytona in 2 weeks rather than right now. I'm from the Midwest, so we have tornadoes. Yeah, you have tornadoes and derechos, Alipwets. Yeah, and hopefully no more hurricanes coming in the near future, huh? Sea breeze AC small and 12 volts. Hope Pelicamp is okay. Well, so far so good, and it looks like it's gonna be okay unless this hurricane shifts to the west, like, and they're known to wobble up sometimes, you know. So right now it's on an eastern wobble, but it could very easily wobble back west and hit Perry. Northwest Florida can't catch a break. I hope everyone is safe. Thank you, CTOS. The colors on the weather map is precipitation, not wind speed, but does reveal the bands of the storm. Yes, it does. It's precipitation, but generally speaking, when it gets that dark red, it comes with the wind as well. Have you prepared for the storm? I didn't have a chance to prepare. I mean, Pelicamp is as prepared as it's gonna be. It's buttoned up there, and hopefully, dime que vuelta mi sangre. Hey, Walter Villa. And Dan Bridges, thank you for that super chat. Thank you for the book recommendation. I hope you have a happy birthday. Thank you. And I don't really know if that book is. I don't know if it is out yet, but if it's not out, it's gonna be out very soon. Very soon. Love your videos. Very inspiring. Stay safe. Thanks for the correction, Robert. Correction. Hope the place in Paris stays safe. When's the summer road trip starting? This weekend, most likely. Waiting for next video upload. Thank you for the happy birthday. And next video this Sunday, it's gonna be nice here in Tampa. Elsa was a non-event, only 175 inches of rain and little wind. Yeah, it stayed offshore. It looks like it's. If you look at the satellite, no, that's not a satellite. That's the radar. The satellite would be this. Let me click on it. That's the satellite. That's the satellite image, and the images are not as up to date. That's the cloud cover and the cloud density. But it looks like not by the cloud, but by the doesn't it look like it might be like organizing a little better? I mean, it's we're getting a more solid blob of red here in the middle now, which doesn't necessarily mean wind as Max said, but it means very heavy rain. And guys, it looks like Pelicamp is gonna dodge this one. I don't think. I was worried earlier, but it doesn't look like. Nosotros trabajamos juntos en el Mandarín Oriental. No, I actually, I might be somewhere else because I don't think I never worked at the Mandarin Oriental. I worked very close to the Mandarin in Brickell Key in Miami, but it must be another Robert Morales. Uh, Hey, this traveler! Oh gosh, what is this? El Campo Pelicam going to get hit by Elise? It looks like we're gonna dodge that bullet. This. Hope you're doing well. Let me see how this is doing with this storm here, because I happen to know more or less where this. Oh, it's probably sunny, but where this is at right now. But yeah, it looks like there's a lot more concentration of rain. There might be a disruption there. I think landfall just happened a few minutes ago. Uh, Glad this storm isn't interfering with the NHL finals. Go Balls. Good luck and best wishes from Brazil. Isn't it like a 7 hour drive from Miami to Taylor County? It's crazy that you make that drive all the time like a commute. I've made it too many times. It gets old. It's really 8 hours with the trailer. And I just do it because I've been I've made that drive probably 10 times by now. That's why the Colorado, Denver to Colorado has like 80,000 miles. It's not only because of all the traveling I've done out west, because also because of super chat. Thank you, Mr. Max Toy Trains, for that super chat. Happy birthday, my friend. Thank you so much. Is it headed towards Pelicamp? It's right next to it. It's right next. Are the power lines buried or above ground on poles at Pelicamp? Inside the property, they're buried, but why am it's getting on my nerves, this camera. I guess it's not designed to be looking at an iPad screen. On the street, they're above ground, they're on poles. But we buried them as soon as they got into the property. But yeah, and so we could lose power. We could lose power at some point today. That's Pelicamp. Hey, later, this traveler. We have to get together at some point, man. Robert, you and your family be safe. Thank you, Frederick Bonilla. And Dennis Phillips says he's trying its best to get stronger, but it's running out of time and water. Glad Pelicamp will be okay. Robert, this is Reinhold. Plan your next trip to Germany, and you have really no problems with hurricanes. That's true. And we'll be going. We'll be going. My birthday wasn't the 5th. My grandmother's birthday wasn't the 5th. I'll get some IPA so I can have a glass Friday. Cheers. Assam, Ransam, Dogar, hey, Flex, can you tell me what cameras and drone use for shooting and also which software for editing? The drone is a DJI Mavic 2 Zoom. My main camera is a Sony FDR AX53, and also use GoPro 7, GoPro 9, and there's a new camera that you guys, if you guys saw the bicycle video, you saw that new camera, and it's not a secret, but I'm gonna make a video about all that, and then I edit with, that's probably why this computer is making a little bit of noise, because I have Adobe Premiere on, because I'm editing, not the next video, but the one after that. What's it like in Miami? Any tropical storm effects? Normal weather? Let's see. I could just open the door, but I'm just gonna show you what it is like in Miami right this minute. It's overcast. It's the ground is wet, so it probably rained, but it's probably gonna be a beautiful afternoon today. Hey, Brandon Stargell. Hey, Traveling Robert, driving to Montgomery to make a delivery and listening to you. Stay safe, my friend. Thank you. B Aviation, feliz cumpleaños. Thank you. And TJ Kerrigan just drove back from Florida to Connecticut last night. Hope you're staying safe. When are you heading to the Northeast? Very, very soon. Next week, at some point next week, I'm gonna be in Indiana picking up Minitini III. That's pretty much the live update. Thank you for that super chat, Robert. Have you made any modifications to your Colorado for towing, brake controller, new leaf springs? Not really. It came stock with the tow package. So with the tow package and the brake controller, and look at that. So I haven't really made any modifications to it. Let me see if the camera catches it. That's the front camera. It came back to life, and as you can see, it's the lens is kind of wet, but it looks like Minitini is in one piece, and hopefully we get some wind so the lens gets cleaned up, and maybe I can show it on the main screen here if it keeps going out of focus. I don't know why. In any case, let's take a look at the at. Oh, and this froze. Why did you freeze? Sometimes it does that. Do we have internet? Am I still broadcasting? By the way, thank you all of you, 341 for me está dando chucho. Disfruto tus videos. I'm a subscriber. Best of luck, and hopefully you get to 200,000 soon. No, thank you. Just checks the name of the hurricane. When they reach odd, the name will be Odette. Well, I guess the whoever is at the National Hurricane Center naming hurricanes is not a frozen fan. Thank you all. Time to leave. Going for a hike in the mountains. See you all on Friday. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you for joining me. And I'm gonna be like probably stopping the broadcast here soon. It looks like we lost the animation here. Something happened, so I'm just gonna refresh that window real quick, and hopefully we'll get the hurricane again. And as you can see, it's raining pretty strong. I don't know why it keeps going out of focus. It's like it's starting to get on my nerves. See, if I focus on my hand, and then it goes back to being sharp. It's just raining. It's raining quite a bit. I see some palmetto growing in my Robert, first of all, stay safe. I wanted you to know you inspired us to buy a travel in a micro mini. I posted some videos not as good as yours, and we'd love some feedback sometimes. Send me a link because hold on, what happened here? I totally lost my satellite map. I'm gonna have to get a brand new window with the satellite map. And probably at 10 a.m. I'm gonna start wrapping it up because I have to go to Publix with my mom. So let's go back to the radar here one last time, and I don't think it doesn't look like it's gonna be a catastrophic event at this point up in Perry. Let me get this animation going here, and yeah, it's like oops, my thing just it's kind of frozen, but it looks like it's kind of running out of steam there as it's hitting the coast. Um, my lost is a quarter mile from Pelicamp, so I'm watching your camera to see what's happening. Maybe it'll blow over some of my dead trees. Maybe it will. And as you can see from this image here, and I don't know why it's. Yeah, this map is bringing this computer to its knees. Okay, now it is, and I mean, it doesn't look bad for us at Pelican. It looks like the eye kind of got dissolved there. The eye just, it, I don't see a defined eye anymore, which is a good thing. That means the storm is getting disorganized, and yeah, once it goes a little farther north, and it passes the latitude of Pelicamp, we should be fine. So how long have we been live streaming? I've lost track of time. If 1 hour, we're gonna do 10, 15 more minutes, and then we're gonna call it a morning here. Uh, just rain in Central Florida. Got 2 inches here at Avon Park, like a regular afternoon rain shower. Yeah. Uh, Mayelin Rojas, good to see you. Robert, Tampa is not even raining. Take care, y'all. Aaron Romano, you should keep a pen and notepad next to you when you do live streams so you can keep track of suggestions related to what people send. Funny, I have some post-its and I have a pen, but my mind is always thinking digitally. It's I should I you know Thank you for pointing out the obvious analog solution. Thank you so much. Vicky Lynn Shaver, thank you for the storm coverage. It's better than the Tallahassee news station. What is your favorite slightly used Class C for a couple who may want to get back into RVing? Uh, the standard one, I would say, slightly used and inexpensive, probably the standard Class C on the Ford chassis. It's there's the Thor Four Winds or the Winnebago Spirit, or the Coachman makes one, and unless you want to get into the sprinters, and then you're gonna pay a lot more money. Robert the Weatherman, I think your voice can calm any storm that approaches the coast. Oh, thank you. Thank you. My remodeling of my motorhome is on hold. The rain and winds are here in a couple of days. I'm 3 miles from the coastline. Yeah, 3 miles. 55 minutes. The weatherman. Thank you. Yeah, I read that one already. Artscape. Lucky dog. I have nothing on my property right now, so I'm not concerned. Well, the property, as you can see right now, it's just sprinkling. It's still in that dark green area there, just south of Perry. So, I mean, it's that big blob of orange. It's coming awfully close, and so we might get a little bit of that, and that's why I'm gonna wait about 5 to 10 more minutes just to see if it goes a little farther north. But the storm has made landfall. I'm pretty sure by now. So. Any plans to come to the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina? Not any immediate plans, but maybe this fall. I would love to go again and see the turning of the leaves. Of course, the traffic is crazy, and any report of rainfall in Fort Myers? Probably it rained on and off. I have no idea. Any damage to Key West? I don't think it went close enough to Key West, or was it strong enough for any major damage. You may have a down tree here and there, but I don't think it's that kind of storm. How fast the winds to be? Well, in Stinghatchee right now they're probably feeling it. Let me see. They're probably feeling it in the 55-mile-an-hour range in Stinghatchee right now. I wouldn't be surprised. Let me see if I can get a localized weather report here for Stinghatchee real quick. I mean, not really. It doesn't really say. No, this is the forecast. How do I see the winds? I don't know how to use this. Maybe I'm using the wrong app, huh? But you would think, Stinghatchee is right there in the eye of the storm, or very close. Cedar Key is probably feeling it too. This eastern side of the storm is usually the strongest one. In any case, Brian Ragland, Shannon, thank you for that super chat. It rained a lot here in Miami yesterday. It rained a lot. We got some of those outer bands, and it was pretty bad. I think we had a worse storm here in my area of Michigan. Yeah, probably. This is it's not a strong hurricane. At least the storm is moving fast and should hang around. Would cause more flooding, definitely. my main worry is our friends Seth and Audrey. They are in a low-lying area. That might be a problem. But watching from Wichita, Kansas. It's been a while since I've been on here. Well, thank you. Yeah, this is an odd live stream here. I usually don't do this on a Wednesday morning. I don't even know what day it is. On a Wednesday morning, but thank you, 364 of you watching, and I wanted to share with you my thoughts, and do the play by play of covering live. By the way, you see what T-shirt I'm wearing, right? It says Hurricane on it. What kind of IPA, right? No, right. To this morning, I'm hydrating. I'm drinking water. I might be drinking IPAs later today, but right now I'm just drinking water. We've been surprised how little coverage the Big Bend area has gotten during Elsa. Big, the Big Bend is like this forgotten part of Florida in a sense. Very few people live there, so that's probably why. And yeah, as you can see, the hurricane still looks fairly organized, but it looks like we might dodge that bullet after all. And that's it. I'm gonna start wrapping it up, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. And if something bad happens, I'll record it and then share it with you guys. But I'll leave you with this live picture here from Pelicamp. I don't know why. As you can see, it's not even raining right now. It doesn't even look like it is raining. It's just, sprinkling here and there. Let me see if I can pull the front camera just to take a quick look. And that's it. It looks like it's just gonna be a rain event, no worse than our regular, afternoon thunderstorm here in Miami. So yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. We are to have 40-mile-per-hour gusts in the coastline of Oregon. That's probably more than we're getting here in the in the west coast of Florida. And Natalie Driscoll, thank you for that super chat. It's official. Your birthday here. Happy Aussie birthday, Robert. Buy some IPAs on us. Thank you. Thank you. And of course, I wanted to wait until my birthday in Australia, Eastern Australia time. Is that Eastern? I don't even know the Australian time zones. So thank you, Ramin. Check out our channel for videos. Just be careful and stay safe. Hey, David from Kansas City, and that's it, everybody. As you can see, it still looks looks a little windy now, actually, but it still looks pretty okay down there in Pelicam. So hopefully it'll stay that way. Until the next one. Thank you so much for watching. And see you on the road. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. 'Cause I'm free in my RV.